Alright, I'm doing this video to really inform y'all that I'll be falling back, I'll just let the world play its course on the individuals in this world. I get tired of the same old thing over and over again. I don't even want to speak about it anymore because it's redundant. I'm talking about the conscious community. I'm talking about just metaphysical things. Have you noticed with black people, when the sun gets at its brightest, aka summertime, that's when beef start happening out of nowhere. People just get angry with each other. You see it with hip hop. But just imagine what it's doing to the ones day-to-day living for the average melanated being in this country. This is the time in which young black men throw their life away and make dumb decisions, commit crimes, get involved in things they had no idea, what the consequences would be. Because the sun is beaming on them, it, messes with their thinking, the humidity, the everything. It plays a part in it, and they just like, we young, we out of school, and it's time to get some money, or it's time to turn up, or we got beef with these niggas from middle school or high school. We finna go slide on these niggas. We finna go terrorize. We finna go rob the liquor store. We finna go rob the ice cream man. Anything you can think. We finna break in our house. You feel me? We finna snatch his gold chain, his sneakers, all of that. We going in his pockets. Not thinking, and result in something that will affect their life for years and years and years and years to come. Time away from their family. Baby brothers and baby sisters now growing up without him. Now it'll lead to them having the influence of that same street when it's summertime, have them slowly but surely delving into the same things they were doing when school is let out. During school, it's like, yeah, you have your fights and shit, you feel me? You'll probably have your shootings, you know what I'm saying? Your things back and forth for niggas just doing things. But in the summer is when you take the real risks. That's when you take the real risk. I'm just speaking from what I've seen and, growing up. Seen a lot of them. A lot of your friends get killed in the summertime. Or what they did in the summertime results in them getting killed right after being out of summertime. Around fall. Around August and November. Now y'all can tell me if I'm lying or not. But there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. Why do you think Bohemian Grove? I'm just gonna tell y'all something, man. For the individuals that pay attention, in 2011, I paid attention to this when I first got word from an individual that was a bartender, not a bartender, but like a waiter at Bohemian Grove. He had personally told me about it, so I went and did my research on it. And I found out that it was like, I think 2 weeks in July, they celebrated. And what you notice about them 2 weeks is I wanted to see if it was true because, you hear the president, vice president, your Democrats, liberals, and Republicans, alternate right, all of those individuals, all of these faces that you see on television, all go to Bohemian Grove and Santa Barbara, California. I think it's Santa Barbara. They go out there in front of Moloch or Minerva, the owl, pay ritualistic, offerings, burnt offerings, sacrifices of humans. Also, escorts, 2 weeks of partying, getting high, drunk, homosexual acts, just living their best life, And what you'll notice about the news media, they'll divert your attention to something else for those 2 weeks. Other than the president's meeting, he won't be anywhere. They won't tell you his whereabouts for 2 weeks. If you pay attention, if you really pay attention, they'll put distractions up there for you. It always happens. So I'm just putting this out there for y'all to pay attention to, I don't really like doing videos on certain things because I understand that people automatically run back to my channel after I provide the information and they come back asking redundant questions in my live streams of things in which I've already discussed. So really, from you being an original fan or original sub since college kid, and you now, after all of these videos, over 300, 400 videos, you in this comment section asking me, will the world end? Will the this and that? Are you serious? That's because you need me to validate your fear. You know what I'm saying? Make your fear non-existent, basically, is what you're saying. Make my fear of the world ending non-existent. Make my fear of society falling and things being at its worst state in history of the earth non-existent. Please say something. Please regurgitate what you've already said. Basically, and that shit ticks me the fuck off. That's one of the reasons why I stopped, doing videos and putting them together. It's redundant, man. Y'all ask for videos about knowledge. Y'all don't even know, bro. Y'all don't even know how I be feeling on this shit, man. What's the point, man? What's a few individuals understand, a small percentage of individuals understand this, but it takes bravery in the heart, it takes bravery in the heart and the mind. A lot of individuals sadly don't have that, as we can see from our communities. I don't even want to delve into that no more, bro. I feel like I'm regurgitating shit once again, man, This shit is crazy, man. If I really wanted to get in my real thought process, y'all motherfuckers would be shocked, you feel me? I don't even give a fuck about being here no more, But gotta play the waiting game. Gotta play the waiting game. But what you can do is, take advantage of you having this breath of life and constantly doing research and understanding your reality around you. And here's a point I wanted to make on my live stream, but my live stream keeps, cutting my words up. So I'm going to just say it here. For an individual to not understand that, let's say we take our technology that we have now, let's say we take our whole home, let's say it's a way we can possibly take our whole home to the dark ages and, just have it in some field somewhere. And we go out to the city and we bring them, attract them to our house and be like, look, I'm going to show you something. And they see the home and they're surprised by the architecture and all of it because it's modern times. So you just, call at your garage door. They tell them surround around your garage door and you just yell to your garage, open. And then it opens up, the garage door opens up and goes back in. They would think that you're performing magic and witchcraft. They would honestly, without a shadow of a doubt in their mind, would believe that you're performing witchcraft and magic. Now, is that wrong? Shockingly, no. But I'm going to delve into that. So, electricity, as somebody said, as above, so below, on my comment section, in the stream. Not understanding that, he said it on the firmament aspect of it, which is that is true. But there is inner layings or inner workings between the physical world and the spiritual world, so understanding that when entities appear, they suck all of the electricity around the area to, become existent in front of you. So, cameras get drained. That's why you don't really have rituals on film. Real, where the entities appear, you never have that on film because they suck all of the energy around it, the electricity. They take all of it. Drain your battery dead. And another thing is that in those dark ages, they would think that you're working with magic, but in a way, they are right, because electricity is the same way that they gain energy, also through energy. We have that in our bodies as well. We have electricity in our bodies as well. So, scratching your, scraping your legs on a carpet, like with your socks, and then touching a metal knob, you generate electricity. Neurons in your brain running around, light particles, your nerves, electricity running through them. Crystals and microcrystalline in your pineal gland. Crystals like remote controls receive and send information. AC/DC current, sine and cosine, double helix. You feel me? It's a lot of things that exist within us that makes us complex. So understanding that that can be tapped into, the perception in which we see with our eyes, to make these things in which we see as an illusion reality, or a form of reality. You know, call it a pseudo reality. It's really a projection. So understanding that, along with the entities who do the inner workings of making things manifest. I can get on here and tell a story that happened today, not a story, but something that happened today, you know, that really tripped me out. But a lot of individuals will be shook, running to their Bible and all of that. But understanding that alchemy, Chemi. Chemi is the work of Kemet, which is Egypt. Al is another word. Al is another word for El, if you didn't know. I'm just putting it out there so y'all can research that for yourselves. Al and El was El. So alchemy is really the work of the divine. So alchemist, just like chemistry, it's telling you about Kemet. The magicians down there, the workers of magic. Chemistry is basically science in a different way. So I can get on here and talk about how the elements of the earth can be manipulated to create certain things on earth. We see that. You can transform cells, right? You can transform things. I'm not going to get too deep on here. Look, man, I know I do a lot of dumbass hip-hop videos, but that's just to keep me away from just dealing with individuals that don't know what the hell I'm talking about, or have no idea how to even start researching it. You know, you looking for me to be a spokesperson, but I'm just falling back, man. I'm just falling back. So I'd rather just fall back from doing videos, man. So with that being said, I'm gone, man. Like, comment, dislike, peace.